going tonight? Good evening, everybody. This is Monday Night Rare, episode number 5. And this one is brought to you, of course, as always, by PlayNation.io, where you can go to get all of your graphic needs. As you know from my stream, all my graphics and my overlays to my banners, my info banners, stuff like that, were all done by PlayNation.io. Check them out on the web and talk to them. They have great free overlays, pre-made overlays. They also do some on commission. They get back to you real quick and are great for your graphic needs, especially for young and growing streamers. PlayNation.io. Go check them out. So thank you very much to them. Oh, wait, that's not what this is the one over here. Where are you? All right. So anyway, so my guests tonight on episode 5 of Monday Night Rare are It's Jay Though and Frisky86. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you for having me, my friend.
Yeah, well, awesome. Okay, so today we're supposed to be on the Xbox, so just be aware today is supposed to be on the Xbox. But of course, Xbox has to be a piece of shit today, so we are actually playing on the PS4. And remember, everybody, check out the multi-link. You can actually watch all 3 of us play. Jay won't be playing with us, but he will be playing. So you can check out their streams, but Frisky and I are both on the PS4, so we are playing together. Make sure you hit them up with follows if you have not already. Show them the love. They're great streamers and definitely deserve your attention. So let's go ahead and start by introducing you to It's Jay Though. Like I said, he's a streamer on the Xbox. Does a lot in the PvP realm. Isn't that correct? So, well, let me just go ahead and send it over to you. Let you introduce yourself, sir.
So, as you said, my name is Jay. My name's Jay. I've been in Destiny since day one. I would say I came around, started streaming around Dark Flow and whatnot when that started coming out. I do a lot of PvP. I do Trials help. I do Rage with Friends, stuff like that. I do hang out in a lot of other streams, so some people know me from there, but I've been within and out of the community a lot. So I do Destiny, and now we'll be doing both Division, stuff like that. But a lot of people do know me, the one guy who has a babble who looks like he's 15 years old when I posted it on Twitter. It was hilarious. Like, he's 15, but yeah, that's mostly me. That's the one thing I guess that could stray me away from other people is I do have a lot of energy, whatnot. I'm always hyper. But besides that, you know what I mean? Just another dude on the internet, man.
Oh, fantastic. I'm sitting here like playing and like, oh, he stopped talking. Okay, great. Well,
I'm sure I'm going to do that too.
welcome, Jay, man. Welcome. So yeah, I mean, like, and Frisky86. Now, Frisky, you had kind of a pretty interesting week, if I say so myself, last week. You were like, you garnered yourself a lot of attention and a lot of positive attention, obviously deservedly so. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and we know we're going to talk about that night a little bit. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Probably. Frisky86, guys. Thank you again, Iceberg, for having me. Long story short, military vet, almost 10 years in the military, started streaming. My first live was ever in August, but I didn't even get serious until October. And then I've been streaming pretty consistently since November. My channel is mostly focused around chat, partying, and eating food, along with a lot of raid help.
Sure. Okay, so, all right, why don't we just get right at it? Okay, so, well, first of all, I should mention, guys, if you're just joining us, this is Monday Night Rare, the weekly live podcast that we do where I bring on 2 other fantastic streamers and we talk about Destiny, we talk about streaming, and just kind of whatever comes up in conversation. Also, guys, if you have any questions, make sure you post them in chat. Mods, if you can help me out by pointing out those questions if I do miss them. And whatnot. So, and by the way, we will be rotating people in. Demon, Viber, we do have you. I do have you on the list. You'll be the next one to come in as soon as a spot is available. So, all right. So, Frisky, why don't you talk about what happened last week? Tell me. Let's go over the events of that evening.
You gotta tell me because I missed it. You gotta tell me because I missed it. You better spill the beans, my friend.
It was just a normal reset night like any other. It's like I'm starting a big romantic novel. It was just a normal reset night last Tuesday, and out of nowhere, after our PS4 raid, so it was probably maybe an hour and a half into stream, all of a sudden, I got a couple of tips on the stream and thanks for your help and this, that, and the third, and then all of a sudden a very kind, I really should have the messages up, but a really kind individual who said he was brand new to the stream and was lurking, tipped a very significant large amount, and it just started to steamroll. And I'm not quite sure what happened, but before I knew it, people were tweeting about it. A lot of partnered streamers came in, dropped follows, said hello. Before I knew it, I had roughly 300 people in chat and just an absolute cry fest for 2 hours. It was ridiculous. I mean, that's literally what it turned into. I really nothing really happened except chat was telling me that it was their thanks back to me, was what they kept telling me.
Right on.
I don't really know exactly what started it. It was just a big snowball effect.
Sure.
Yeah, but that's how it always goes. So like, it falls back to like that one thing that like I don't know. You guys have probably always heard it. Like, there's no guidebook to get in anywhere within Twitch, and you know what I mean. Like that right there just explains that you were just having a normal night and shit just popped off out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I think that's great, and I'm happy that you got exposure. And I remember I came in and you were booming, and I was very happy for you. I think I came in by that day and I said hey, but you know what I mean. I'm glad that, and I was very happy for you that you were getting that exposure. And I think anyone who put time in or was positive within the community deserves that spotlight or whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what this Destiny community is about, though. I mean, that's what we've come to figure out, is that it's so supportive. And everybody
it really is,
and it's really not like any other, stream or any other community. It really isn't. I'm gonna die. Yep. So real quickly in chat, we have a question from Mayhem Sativa. What branch of the military are you in? And just real quick, Demon Viver, I do raids all the time. Make sure you're in on those days, and we'll get you through, man. Hot Boys, around 8 or 9, I probably will be doing other things. So, anyway, all right. So, what branch of the military were you in, Frisky?
I was in the Army, active military, from 2008 until just last month. So, about 8 years, just almost 9 years. I almost touched 9 years.
Okay.
Two deployments both to Iraq, shortly after I joined as well. And then it just, the military gave me so much. It also took a lot from me, and it just didn't fit my current lifestyle now with my family.
Okay.
So we parted on no hard feelings.
Right on. Yeah, so again, super happy for you, though, with that attention you got. Just like Jay said, I mean, it's very encouraging for everybody, in the community, to know that that's the kind of community we have, and of course, just like, I'm sure, like, what you'll do is you'll, like what I'm doing with this, trying to pay forward the support that I've received from, oh man, I'm still gonna die. There we go. From the likes of Broman, King of Thalia, and everybody. And so this is one small way that I can kind of pay forward, and I know that you'll be, involved in doing that as well. So why don't we kind of switch gears a little bit and talk about what is it that got you guys into streaming? Jay, I'll let you start. What is it got you into streaming? How long have you been streaming? And tell us a little bit about your backstory with Twitch.
Oh man, this story, man. This story came up recently when I got raided by Goth, but I brought up and I started like it gave me a lot of tears to it though. So when I started streaming, I streamed here and there, wasn't big on it. And even if you like talk to my girlfriend, it was random. I started getting into Twitch and she didn't know why. I was watching YouTube one day and I was looking up a guide video to figure out something on Dark Below. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me, and I run into Goth, right? And I look into his YouTube, watch the video, and then he's like, "Oh, follow me on Twitch, blah blah blah." Like he was like, and I was like, I saw his Twitch thing on the bottom, and I'm like, "What the hell is this?" And like my sister told me about it. So I start watching it, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. So I meet Goth, he raids Bro Man. End up watching his stream, start watching it, and it just within that time, I lost a family member at that time, and it was my young cousin. She was 14. She was special needs. It was really hard on me. She was only 14 years old, so it hit my life pretty hard, and in a way that I couldn't really explain.
Sure.
Because she wasn't just like my cousin. I was there with her through like every year of her life, and it was really rough on me. And like even me playing video games didn't help. So I watched their streams, and that helped me cope with the depression I was going through. And I started, and then like I got one day he invites me. He was doing viewer things, and I joined in, and he was like, "Dude, damn, Jay, you're fucking dirty on PvP." He ended up like adding me and stuff like that. We started becoming friends and stuff like that, and then he ended up raiding Bro Man, and then Bro Man, one day I'm talking to him like on a Skype chat, and it's even on his YouTube, and we were hanging out, and he was just like, Jay, like at the end of it, he was like you know that like we talked, and he was just like, I told him like I don't even know if like streaming would help and this and that. He told me, from like you're a great part of this community, and he's like the community's happy to have you. He's like, if you want to try streaming, I would always say try rather than regret it. So I started doing that due to Bro Man and Goth, and once I started doing it, like it felt great to communicate with other people within the chat, and it helped me get over it, but it helped me like more and make it easier for me to deal with my depression I was going through with my loss. Because I mean, it wasn't just that; it was really hard because I was also moving out. My mother wasn't a good supporter of my life with me having a baby early, and you know what I mean. There was that, and there was just a bunch of like negative in my life, and the only positive seemed to be Twitch at the time. So
Sure. Yep.
me having like the positivity that I did when hanging out was just, if anyone knows my story, is always mind-boggled at how I even am without any problems. You know what I mean? So I would say video games was a great cope, but talking to other people and just seeing people come in and be like, yo, Jay, blah, 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 and just talking just makes my day a little much better. And just seeing other people say hi and chill out is always, I think, makes my day. And you know what I mean? I think that it's more than just me playing the game. It's just people caring about me and how I am and stuff like that, which makes me want to keep doing it. And I started streaming, and I got really serious around last year of June. Well, 2 years of June now, sorry, because we're past a year a while ago. So you know what I mean? It's been a long time coming for me, and you know what I mean? Everyone, I guess, can know me from the other channels, but I mean, I think I put my own foothold myself where I am because of me dedicating. You know what I mean? So I always try to tell anybody when I started streaming is just that be yourself. And I think doing Twitch has also helped me have thicker skin with all the bullshit that comes with it.
Yeah.
And I think that I guess I made my own place within the PvP and helpful aspect of people. You know what I mean? I think I've brought people in who were having the most horrible day. By the time they were leaving, they're laughing their asses off. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. No, I think my energy provides to that, and I think I've always been about helping other people. Like I've met Frisky through, so like I think it was when Ida got the Roman channel. I met you through SRL, and it was such a fantastic. I'm just so happy to meet new people within. Yeah, and I was just so happy to meet so many new people. I'm always down to give everyone a chance to meet and be like happy with people. I guess it's just my intentions is to be really friendly to everybody, because I think everyone deserves that kind of kindness no matter what's going on or what's going on in life. So like, I don't know, I guess that's the mentality I have within my stream. And streaming is just, I love making new friends, and I've made friends with you, Frisky, and so many other people that are out here within Twitch, and like I could list off over hundreds of people.
Yeah,
it's just awesome. Sure. I think that's why I got into Twitch.
Yeah. So that definitely brings up a topic that we can talk about. But I want to make sure everybody knows in the stream that we are talking to it's Jay though and Frisky86. This is the weekly Monday Night Rare episode number 5, where we talk to 2 other great streamers about Destiny, about streaming, and kind of whatever. So just to alleviate any confusion of what's going on, why I'm not talking as much to chat as I usually do, and why you're hearing another voice and it's not mine. So And we'll get to Frisco. We'll get to you in a moment. But I did want to comment that I mean, like for me, with streaming has become therapeutic in many ways. Where if I'm having a bad day, I know that I can get on and I can talk to my chat, and they'll always they'll always raise my spirits. It always happens. It happens every single day. Whether I'm doubting myself as a streamer or just as a person in general. So I think that definitely it goes both ways. I know that I had a viewer that came through just the other day, like maybe might have been even yesterday, that said, "Hey, Iceberg, I'm having a really bad day. I just need you to cheer me up." And with it, I knew exactly how to do it because he was one of the viewers who's been with me for a while. I knew exactly how to cheer him up, and I did it. And he went away. He's like, "Thanks, Iceberg." And so stuff like that really makes this worth doing. So.
Yeah.
So it definitely goes both ways, and and some I don't know if every viewer really sees that is that they make our day just as much as we try to make their day. So so Frisky, why don't we talk about what got you into streaming? Why do you like streaming, and give us some little background on yourself as far as streaming goes.
I started streaming. My first ever live broadcast from the Xbox One was August 15th or 16th, I believe it was, and I did it because I wanted to, believe it or not, I wanted to kind of review my past broadcast and see where maybe I could improve on things, and then all of a sudden it kind of stemmed as I kept doing it more and more and more and more, and I started to really enjoy it from the console. But I did it very, very randomly. It was like 1-2 times a week, maybe, and I didn't get serious till October, when a couple of people actually asked me where I've been on the stream scene.
Oh, man.
So the reason I started to do it more and more regularly is because I know what it's like to not have anybody to play with.
Sure.
I'm an only child. So there are actually, contrary to popular belief, there are so many people in this community who have never done the raid, raids, and I wanted to help people, and I thought, well, what a better way? I was inspired by the top streamers in Destiny, the ones who made it fun, the ones who played with viewers, and then I also got a big inspiration from Syntax 7.
Okay.
He gave me a lot of inspiration to do it, and I went ahead and did it. I listened to King Gothalion and Professor Broman about, make sure you do it for fun, never do it for money, this, that, and the third, and make sure you like doing it before you invest.
Right.
So I streamed seriously in October of 2015 until I really started to like it, and then in November I bought a PC. So around October, November timeframe, I would say I probably only had 100 maybe followers and like 2 viewers in the channel, but I learned to never look at numbers and stream whether there's like 1,000 people watching you. And I talked the game I was playing. I would, just talked and laughed and had a good time and interacted with whoever was in the chat, and then, it just kind of kept going from there.
Sure.
And I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to echo what you said, my friend, which was we wouldn't be here or have as much fun without the community that's behind us as a whole, whether it's the Destiny community or the community that is loyal or loves, your channel, my channel, Jay's channel, whoever's channel. We wouldn't be here without them.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I think this is one of those ones we could probably have gone a couple hours, but we're going to go ahead and we're just going to dive into the one of the topics that kind of brought us together, because I think we could spend some time on it. And we'll, before we get off, I want to, talk about some advice and stuff like that we can give to people. But so Jay, I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce the topic and kind of the situation that happened, and I'm going to let you go ahead and take over. Tell us about what brought us here today.
So, I was streaming. Angry came in, and we were talking about a topic, and he was wondering what we were talking about. So, there was a recent person who was featured, and everyone thought he was view botting. Everyone thought he was cheating the system to get to where he was. A lot of people don't realize that some people can be the victim to view botting, think they need to put the hard work in. I get it. People see that, they get to hostile because they're the ones grinding. Everyone's grinding to have fun. But then there's a few people who it's irk me, and I will have no hesitation to talk back and think they're entitled. I've always been the one who's had, like, I don't like to ever be like, hey, I've had a hard life, but you know what I mean? We all work for what we have, and if you're gonna have that entitled mentality, I will easily say something.
Yeah.
I'm always the one to try to have a calmer demeanor, to think before I speak, because I will say things that I don't mean sometimes, but there was a certain person who went out of their way and is up in the directory with talking down to somebody, which was not, I don't think is right, especially when someone deserves that spotlight.
Sure.
And I feel that anyone who thinks they are entitled to viewers or think that, oh, what am I doing wrong? Why is this person, he's not even partnered and he has more viewers than me and blah, blah, blah. And if you put that mentality, you're going to ruin, your own stream. You're doing it to yourself. You are putting your stream in a hole, and I think that if you put that, I deserve this, I should have this mentality, you're not putting the right attitude for your stream, I think. Because, you know what I mean, all the streams I'm ever in are always fun, and they're not like, oh, I only have 2,000 viewers, where the other 1,000, or I only have 300, where's my 1,000, you know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't ever hear anyone saying that. I don't ever hear someone saying, oh, look at this guy, why is he up here and I'm down here?
Right.
And you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's negative, and I feel it's not good within the community, and I feel to attack someone else within the directory and say that and at the end of the day, if you're gonna approach me and say, you know what, Jay, I'm just voicing my opinion, if you can't accept it, just let the directory burn then, if you're gonna allow this. I'm like, and if you're gonna say let the directory burn, I don't think you care for this directory or community for all that. And I think that anyone, you guys will even agree, is that anyone who thinks that they're entitled to viewers, I don't think they should be the ones, you know what I mean? You're not humble. You're not, how do you say it? Valuing the people in your chats. You know what I mean? You're doing it for the wrong cause, I think.
Sure.
And if you're gonna attack a fellow streamer, I don't think it's right.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, no, go ahead
You know
and
what I
finish
mean?
your thought there.
At that day, and I don't think, and the only reason I think this person specifically was bringing up negative thoughts and everything like that, because shortly after, I personally got thousands to, not thousands, I would say almost 100 messages of salt and hatred and death threats, because I was defending a person who I thought was, and I knew he wasn't doing anything wrong, and just wanted to be loved within the community, just like everybody else, like you, me, and Frisky.
For sure.
And I don't think that's the right thing to do, is to threaten a fellow community member. You know what I mean? Like, when I confronted the guy, I never came off hostile. I'm like, dude, you should see both sides of the coin before you do this and that. He could think, oh, I know the facts, blah blah blah. And I'm like, all right, well, you know what I mean? It's like, what I told him at the end of the day, after the whole conversation, I'm like, at the end of the day, everyone has voiced their own opinions, but there's a way to voice your opinion.
Yeah.
And his reply to me was, and I will repeat it, and I really don't care because I know it's not true. He says, quote unquote, Jay, I don't know why you're even talking. You have not even built your channel yourself. You ride all the partner streamers' dicks, unquote. And I was just baffled by that, and I was just like, really? So, like, he pretty much, at the end of the conversation, was saying that all I do is hang out with partner streamer streams, I don't hang out with anyone else, I don't play with partners, and it's very untrue. Like, I've played with you, I've played with Frisky, I haven't played with Frisky yet, I played with Syntax, I played with I played with Melanie, I played with so many other streamers, I played with Raven, I played with so many other streamers, and I just, Dubstash, he's my best streamer friend. And you know what I mean, I play with so many other people, and Meganese, and so many people. Just all I'm saying. And for the fact that someone to say that was very, very negative and very insulting, and you know what I mean. It's just I don't know why that anyone should ever think they're entitled to anything. It's just, I think it's a bad way to put. And you said we'll talk about it later, but my advice to anyone who wants to stream or even wants to be part of the community, never feel you're entitled to anything. It's just a life advice. be humble for whatever you have in life. And you know what I mean, I always say this to anyone, but I always think that if your life is going down right now, just know that someone else has it harder, and that we can all just stick together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's okay. So, yeah, I mean it's an unfortunate situation, and I think the key thing there, and it's one of the key things to kind of take away for as somebody who's a growing streamer. I mean, there's a lot to really talk about with this particular subject, but what I would advise most growing streamers is there is a unwritten rule as a streamer that you do not talk negatively about other streamers in your stream, and you don't say names, okay?
Exactly.
Or really attack somebody directly, and and this maybe just us talking about it could be kind of crossing the line, because if you have followed the situation, you'll know exactly I think who we're talking about.
Yeah.
And again, this is no way indictment of that individual. The individual that
I don't think.
I mean, I personally never had any issues with that person, and I think that what was said came from a place of frustration.
Yeah,
I'm not apologizing for it, but it is. God damn it, I'm horrible at throwing nades. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, the key is that there's proper ways and improper ways to do things, and you do them in this community, and especially in this community, in the Destiny community. If you're not doing them the proper way, you're just going to end up making yourself look bad in the long run. And so there's other channels. There's if you feel okay, so let's attack the situation head on as far as view botting. If you feel like somebody is view botting, you do not call them out about it. Okay, you do not draw attention to it. There are you can report that to Twitch. Okay, and Twitch has ways of dealing with it themselves. So you want to make sure that you do that. Deal with it in that manner. You just go to their if you find their account, you click on the little gear that's like their settings, and you can submit a report in that manner. So,
that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, and going online and talking about it a whole lot, it doesn't really do any good, and it really just kind of makes
a huge fire, honestly.
Yeah, it just causes more problems. Okay, go ahead.
I do want to say one thing though. I don't have any issues with this person. I see both sides of it, like you said. Just so everyone knows, I have no issues with him. I've never liked his style of streaming though. Like, I think everyone has a certain person like to watch or style, and he's not my style. But I have nothing negative towards him. I think the way he went about the situation was bad. I don't hate him. I don't dislike him. I don't think he doesn't deserve what he has. But the way he went about the situation was bad. And to think that since you're up here doesn't make you think anyone less. And I do want to say one thing. Frisky, what do you think about the topic? You're really quiet.
The view botting topic, or the people shitting on somebody topic?
Having the title where like you sit there and be like, I deserve this amount of viewers.
If you'd like me to comment on it, I've got my 2 cents.
Yeah, exactly. I would just want to hear your opinion because you're here, so you know what I mean. I want you to toss.
I just didn't want to interrupt. That's all.
No.
So I'll give a little bit more than 2 cents without taking up all of the hour that we have. The one thing I need to say is that no streamer owns viewers. Nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody owns viewers. Anybody can go where they want. Twitch is a free place to hang out and go. But I will say that if somebody is seeing success over somebody else, if they just started streaming and all of a sudden they've got 10,000 followers out of nowhere and they're legit followers, and they have 1,000 followers and they have 60 viewers, where somebody's got 20K and holds 11, then you know what we should do as a community, especially in the best community on Twitch, is we should love and support each other, hands down. Nobody should get jealous. Twitch is not a competition. And I know that anybody who is definitely agrees with me, would definitτι say the same for sure. That's
I agree.
My 2 cents.
That's the thing that worries me lately, is that it's turning into one. You know what I mean? I've had a situation where I had to knock my friend's skull, not like knock him in, but I had to like shove his face to the screen and be like, dude, it's not like, you know what I mean? I had to put him in his place and be like, dude, Like, you know what I mean? He was doing it for the wrong reasons. He was paying attention to numbers too much. Like, you know, he was my best friend in person, and it was just rough for me to like try to like show my own friend like, dude, it's not about this, and you know what I mean? You should be doing it for fun. Like, he would get sad when like his viewer count would be different, and like you're so like, I don't know. I always tell him, like, do not set yourself up for failure. You know what I mean? If you want to grow, just let it grow. You know what I mean? One thing by like Roman, like, and you do, Frisky, the thing you do is what I do, and I don't pay attention to numbers. I shut that off. I don't let it show up on my screen. I just chill, pay attention to chat. You know what I mean? Numbers I leave off my screen. And for him, like, for people, like, I don't turn it into a competition. Like you said, best community on Twitch. The best thing we do is we spread the love. We don't hate each other. You know what I mean? And I worry that one day that some people will turn it into that, which it shouldn't.
Well, locks on a door in your house are only meant to keep honest people honest. People are still going to rob banks. People are still going to break into houses. People are still going to murder. Things are going to happen that shouldn't happen. So, I mean, honestly, just, and I know you know this, but, you know, just, it's going to happen. You are going to meet trolls. You are going to meet somebody who comes into your chat and says, dude, you have 3,000 followers and you have 80 viewers in here. You've view botting. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And just let's, I just literally shot my own teammate. You know, it's gonna happen. So we just have to try to do our best to not let it affect us.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, and that's the thing. I mean, anytime you have, wait, can I get over there and to Nova Bomb that over there maybe? Yeah. So I didn't get anybody.
How do you know about working out?
Anyway, so he's like trying to get that. Anyway, dang it, lost my train of thought. That's one of the problems with like playing this, like talking about serious topics. All right, so but yeah, I mean the thing is that, you know, you're gonna run into negativity as a streamer if you have a good day. Say you get raided and maybe you're hosted by a large streamer and there's very few people talking. You know, people are gonna accuse you of view botting. It's gonna happen. You're gonna run into it where you are being view botted, but it's nothing that, you know, you started. And honestly, the last time I was view botted, I sent a report to Twitch, and they basically, what they said back to me is like, look, you know, there's really nothing we can do about it. There's really nothing you can do about it right now. Just, you know, report it and basically just don't draw attention to it. You know, don't call it out in chat. I mean, and so the only thing we can really do about it as streamers is kind of almost just kind of let it go. There are certain measures you can, you know, you can take your stream down. You can take it out of the directory briefly. There's certain ways to deal with it, but there's, you know, if somebody wants to view bot you, you know, maliciously, or even if they think they're helping you, there's really not a whole lot you can do about it. But for just for a moment, let's play a little bit of devil's advocate here. Now, what is it that would cause? Let's talk about why people would be upset about a streamer view botting. What is bad about view botting? I'll let you guys go ahead and take that question.
Want to go first, Frisky? I'll let you take the ice first.
Okay. What? So the question is, what is bad about view botting?
What makes you tempted? I would say, I guess.
Well, okay. So two things. Yeah. Why would somebody view bot? Okay, but then again, why would somebody be upset about another streamer view botting?
Okay, I got it. Okay, perfect. So people want to view bot because if you're low on the directory, especially if you're in a game that's highly saturated. I think that Destiny is quite saturated because of the community. Mm-hmm. If we didn't have a community like this, we're in a dry area. It's going to happen again. Content's going to come out. Everyone's going to be hyped. Then we're going to reach a dry area again. If we were streaming and we had 4 people on our channel and we're just seeing this slow growth and slow growth and slow growth, let's be honest, probably, I mean, I don't really know the number, but a high percentage of people are not going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the directory to watch somebody. So the higher you are on the directory, the more traffic you're going to see in your channel. Oh, this guy's got 80 people in here. This guy's got 200 people in here. Let's see what's going on in here. That's why I believe people view bot. Okay. I don't think they view bot to look cool. I think they want to try to get exposure, which is why you should never do that to your favorite streamer, because you're severely hurting them.
you just make them look bad. You're not helping them at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have 2 reasons of my own why I think people get upset with viewbotting. I don't get like bent out of shape, but I get like kind of frustrated because the streamers like us 3 here and numerous others, we work hard to do what we do. And I'm talking like, do you think we stream a lot? Think about the work outside of the stream.
Yeah.
And then to see somebody who is getting, whether they're fake or real viewers, or followers, because they're viewbotting, is very frustrating to see how somebody is up that high in the directory from just having a program on their tablet, computer, cell phone.
Yeah.
And we're down here grinding, communicating with chat, trying to help, networking, and this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
I think that's why people get really bent out of shape.
Yeah. And like you said, either they're real or not, like the followers and the fact that they're getting attention, which is not good for not only you, because you're not not that you want the attention, but it could be going to someone who's working hard, and it's for someone who's just sitting there and not even trying, and they're getting exposure, they're getting these follows when they, you know what I mean, when they don't, like, I don't want to say they don't deserve it, but they're not earning it in the right way, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I guess that's why someone.
No, I was gonna say that's the key, man. Is that you're not earning, you're not grinding out, you're not earning. You're basically, for some people, you're taking food out of other people's mouths. Okay, so
Perfect.
And here's the thing: is that you have to realize that there are partner streamers that are getting pushed down in the directory because of illegitimate viewer counts. Okay, these partner streamers, some of them, this is their full-time job. Okay, this is what they do for a living, and if somebody comes in and does this illegitimately, that can cause hardship on them because the viewers that they would be getting, because they would be higher in the directory, are now going to somebody else, and they're going to be less visible in the directory. And so, again, for this particular instance, again, not making, being apologetic for the actions that were taken, because it's definitely uncalled for the way it was handled, but it comes from a place of, definite frustration with the system. And again, when you're talking about somebody who has, and I mean, I feel a lot of frustrations too with streaming and my goals, because I have certain goals. Okay. But I also have to remind myself that I do feel like, whoa, that guy just came from sideways. Anyway, so I feel like that, I provide quality content, and that, that I see other streamers that have, content around my, my level, and, viewership around my level, that have received partnership. But again, you also have to remember there is more to it than that. Oh shoot, that was already dead. So there's so many different factors. So, as a growing streamer, if you start to gain success and you apply and get turned down, you have to realize that there's things that you don't know about. There's reasons you don't know about that they, may not know about, that they're not accepting your application. Even if your numbers are there, even if your quality's there, it might be just that particular moment, Twitch. Oh my God, there's so many Redos over here. I need to run away.
It's a business at the end of the day. Yeah,
and Twitch has their reasons. They might be on a freeze. Like, there's companies that have hiring freezes, right? So they might just be on a hiring freeze.
Well put, my friend. Well put.
So, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm like, right now, there's a number of great streamers that receive, denial emails, streamers that you're like, oh yeah, this dude's definitely gonna get partnered, because they, hear about the implying, they got the numbers, they got, the quality, they're putting in the hours, they're just as good as any, most, partner streamers. I don't want to say they're as good as all partner streamers, but the point is, ooh, double kill. Anyway, so the point is, no, that Twitch has their reasons, okay? And I really feel that a lot of these streamers will receive their partnership. It's just maybe not the right time for them. So, but you have to remember, as a small streamer, that you have to keep your head straight, and you cannot compare yourself to other streamers. You cannot allow yourself to really do that, or it's like quicksand. You'll get sucked down. Oh man, that guy was right there. I didn't see him. And it will really, I mean, there's great streams that get destroyed by the mental side. There is a mental side to streaming, and there's a mental side, to trying to get that partnership. that most streamers who have that goal have to deal with. So, you know, anyway, you guys, I'll let you guys talk now.
Yeah, I believe, I firmly believe that, good things come to those who wait. Well, actually, good things come to those who work their asses off is really the real quote, should be.
Sure.
But I believe that karma will come around.
Right.
You know, you can go in there and you can report. You know, if I see something and I think it's, you know, fishy and whatnot, I'll do what I believe is right. And at the end of the day, though, I believe that my and our hard work, the ones who are, you know, 2,000, 3,000 followers, you know, good viewers, great support from the community, because it's really all about them, not us.
Sure.
And I believe that, like you said, in due time, I truly believe it, that in due time, we will all be rewarded in one way or another. I really, truly believe that. And that's, I think that's what keeps myself and maybe others going strong when we see things like that really upset us. You know, that I really think if I just sit back and think, you know what, that's okay. People aren't stupid. You know, they see 200 people in chat and chat's moving slow, and they come to, you know, I'll just use mine for example, my channel that has, you know, 60, 70 in it and it's flying. People aren't dumb. Viewers aren't dumb. Right. You know, they know what's going on.
And Twitch isn't dumb. I mean, they know, man.
There you go.
I mean, they've been doing this for a long time. So it's not something that you have to really, you know, they know what's going on. So, you know, what you can do is just report it if you have suspicions, but don't make yourself look bad by taking the approach and going on the offensive. You know, do it through the right channels. I mean, that's really the key. And that, you know, that's whether, you know, you're a small streamer or a big streamer, or, you know, a growing streamer, however you want to say it.
Right.
So, but by the way, guys, for those of you guys just joining us or have come in a little bit later, this is Monday Night Rare, where I have two great streamers on the stream with me. We talk about Destiny, we talk about streaming, and basically anything else that comes up. And tonight's my guests are It's Jay Though and Frisky86. There is a multi-link. We are on the PS4 tonight, even though we were supposed to be on the Xbox. It's Jay Though just plays on the Xbox. But Frisky does play on both systems, and that's why we're on the PS4, because Xbox was being dumb. But remember, tonight is brought to you by PlayNation.io. They are the group that did all my custom graphics for my overlays, for my info panels and stuff like that, and they can do the same for you. They do have free pre-made panels. They also have, oh man. They also have custom ones for a fee. Yeah, that's, wow. I just played that really badly. I'm not paying attention. Anyway, so PlayStation.io, PlayNation.io, god dang it. Go check them out, guys. You won't regret it. They also have a great community stuff over there. Check out the webpage. Got lots of videos as well. Am I getting drop frames over here too? God damn it. It's not as bad. Anyway. All right, guys. So, you guys have anything else to say, kind of on this particular topic, or do you feel like we've kind of covered it? Because again, I don't want anybody to feel like anybody that's really familiar with the specific situation we're talking about to feel like we are attacking anybody, because we're not. This isn't about attacking anybody. It's just about bringing up something very important about, you know, especially awareness about a type of situation. And again, specifically, you know, making you aware that to go about, it's just one of those, like I said, it's just one of those unwritten rules, kind of like I said with Twitch. And again, it just makes you look bad if you break it, just like most other, because there are a lot of little etiquette things with being a Twitch streamer. Because, you know, sometimes you really have to think about what you're saying on stream, because you never know exactly who's watching. You know, for example, I attribute a lot of my rise in success to you know, initially the goth raid that happened back in November. Oh, we are lagging.
I was actually a part of that. That's how I found you.
Yeah, and so, like, you know, obviously, but again, at the same time, you know, Goth would not raid me unless he felt like I deserved it. You know, that he approved of what I was doing, that he enjoyed my stream himself.
May I inject it along with that, my friend?
Sure.
he actually says that he does not raid a channel unless he's spent at least 5 hours in that channel.
Yep.
That is actually where I got my, I don't know what you want to call it, tactic.
Sure.
Is I don't want to, and who, a disclaimer to anybody who does this, there is nothing wrong with it at all. There's no way to stream or way to Twitch. There are good ways, there are bad ways. I get it, but there's no one set way. So personally, I am never going to raid or host a channel that I have not watched, because what happens if I send my viewers, my is a very harsh word since we talked about nobody owns viewers, the viewers who are in my channel at the time we do the raid, to an extremely toxic environment, which is 180 degrees from the way I like to run my channel and our channel over here, or yours over there. So the Goth is going to raid, you know, he's going to like almost like a stamp of approval, which is a warm feeling.
Right.
But you know, I mean, that's kind of what he says. You know, he's not just going to throw anybody anywhere. You know, he's not going to throw 8,000 people, you know, out in the woods.
Right. Exactly.
The other thing with him is I know you guys don't know this, but I don't know if you've heard it, but he honestly, he watches on a dummy account.
He does. I did know that.
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah.
Yep.
Him, Broman, and a bunch of other streamers like Triple Rack and a bunch of other streamers, they watch channels, but not on their accounts. They watch it on dummy accounts, and like, you know what I mean. The reason I think they do it, one, so that people don't change who they are if they do type in chat.
Yeah, for sure.
The other thing is, you know what I mean. People know, like, I knew who you were because angry because of Goth and Broman.
Mm-hmm.
And
want to get a new group, Iceberg?
Yeah. Well, we're almost done. Anyway. We're almost done. So. Keep going.
And then, like, you know what I mean. Like, I think that we're always being like, if you're doing it right, just keep doing what you're doing. You will get seen by people, and you know what I mean. Like, I do like that idea. You do have to make sure you know where you're sending your people, the people who are in your channel and in your little community. And if you don't take care of them, then what's the point of you streaming? You know, if you just send them to some like Fisky said, send them to a toxic place where it's not even similar or way you run your stream. You know what I mean? You don't want to send them to a hostile area and like someone's all angry about life.
Yeah, for sure. And I do. I mean, I don't always all the time. But I do go on. I do have a dummy account actually myself, and I do watch other streamers sometime on that too. Just because, like I said, you do get to see, you know, exactly who they really are, or who they are if they don't know who you are. You know?
Exactly.
So,
in the natural habitat. Yeah.
Right.
I noticed that. Like, say if I went into someone's channel, like, dude, I know who you are, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, oh. Cool. Like, I just wanted to see you just chilling, man. Like, I don't know. I like it, and like, I don't mind getting noticed, but I want to see how someone is just streaming. You know what I mean? I want to check their content out. I want to see how you are as a person, not, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. You respect me and whatnot, but I get what you're saying. Like, you want to see how someone's streaming so you can support them. You know what I mean? Because I want to support I love supporting everybody.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I watch as many people as I can, and I won't lie, I lurk in a lot of channels. Like, whenever I'm done my stream, like, I'll walk away and I'll pull up like 10 windows and I'll walk away and go do what I gotta do and peek in when I can and just flip through the channels, you know what I mean? I try my best, and I think a lot of people should know to never just try your best to stay true to yourself as much as you can when doing this.
You know, I agree. I think that's one of the biggest things is, just be yourself, and to kind of touch on something that Frisky had mentioned. Something that I truly believe is that the cream always rises to the top. Okay. Yep. If you are truly a good streamer, if you're putting effort into your stream, if your goal is to become partnered, and if you're putting forth the effort and you're putting forward a quality product, and what, you know, and again, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can create a product that is formed out of toxicity and be successful. But you have to realize you're going to have a toxic environment around you at all times. Okay, so that's why a lot of people would rather go, you know, non-toxic, you know, because it's a lot more, you know, fun for a lot of people. But a lot of people do like that. I mean, there's, like, you look at a streamer. I'm just going to bring up, for example, Rabby B. Now, I'm not saying his environment's toxic, but what I'm saying is that he's a very aggressive. He even says it himself that people like watching him get salty. You know, so
Yeah.
when he's playing, man, he gets super competitive. I'm super competitive. I don't get as salty as I used to. If you would have seen, if I would have been doing this 10 years ago, I would have been basically Robbie V in that respect. But Robbie V is also an overall a very positive and energetic person. So this is the environment he creates. It's a positive, energetic. But again, people like watching him get mad at getting shot by, you know, a sniper, shotgun, whatever. You know, so that's kind of, you know, what his environment is. But there also are people that gain success because people like drama, they like conflict, and so you have a streamer that's insulting people and just being toxic themselves. It is going to attract a certain group of people, and so so it's really your community is going to be a product of what you bring forward as a streamer yourself. So it's very key to remember that. But again, be true to yourself, okay? Work on your craft, always be improving. And again, if you're presenting, if you're doing that, if you're always working at it, you're looking to improve, you know, you're creating a positive environment, you know, if that's what your thing is, you know, you will rise to the top. It's just a matter of time. Some people it takes weeks, some people it takes years. You know, it's really, you know, but if you're presenting that quality product, people will take notice. And, you know, like I said, I really felt very fortunate that I was noticed by the people that have supported me, and that it's not even just Professor Broman and King Gothalion and Robbie V and some of these other large streamers, but by everybody that's in this chat right now. Everybody that's in this chat noticed me at some point. There's people that are in here every single day that I appreciate the shit out of. And those are the people that are going to make your community. You really want to really focus on them, but again, you want to make sure that when somebody new comes in, you're welcoming them. So let's we got about 10 minutes left for this edition, and if you guys want to keep going, if we get to talking, I'm not going to cut you off by any means, but let's talk tips for new streamers. Oh man. Tips for new streamers, tips for growing streamers, even big streamers. What can we tell a big streamer, you know, what we would consider a big streamer? And by the way, I don't even know what a big streamer is. I think I talked about this before, but I don't even know.
On Twitter, no. I remember you asking that.
Anyway, so at any rate, so let's start with Frisky. What would be the first thing that somebody said to you today, somebody came to you and said, I am going to start streaming tomorrow. Okay, what would you tell them? They said, okay, I don't know anything about streaming, but I'm going to start streaming tomorrow. I saw Professor Broman, King Gothalion doing it. I think I could do that. What would you tell them?
Okay, I would say, I would first ask the question, because you never know. Some people might just have powerful PCs because they're like I am, just a big nerd. So my first question would be, do you own a PC? And if the question was no, or excuse me, if the answer was no, I would say just hit that go live button on your next gen console and just have fun. That's literally all I would say, because I don't want to give too much information, or not, I guess not information, but
sure.
You know, I don't want to overflow them with saying things like, don't overinvest, don't go buying capture cards, don't go networking just yet, you know, do it for fun, you might not like it. It's very exhausting. There's a lot of work after the stream, and I can make that list, as you know, on and on and on, a laundry list. I would literally just say hit the go live button from your PS4 or your Xbox, be yourself, and have fun. That's it.
Sure.
I mean, you know, that's all I would say.
All right, Sparky, have a good night, dude. All right, so same question, same thing for you, SJ. But like, what would you say to first guy tomorrow gonna start streaming? What would you say?
If he asked me, the one thing I would just be like, do it, have fun, make sure you just want to do it to have fun, and make sure you're not making it straight about money, because people will see that and you will have fun. Set the tone how you want it, and you will cause, like, what I always say to anybody is that be yourself and just don't change because you want just people watching you. Because if you change, it's what you're going to make the person you change yourself into is what's going to make the community around you. And the one thing I always tell people, if you can, like Frisky said, if you have a PC, go for it. If you don't, just start with your console like I am. You know what I mean? I'm loving it, so now I'm going to PC soon. You know what I mean? I'd say always test it out before you. I always say give it a test drive before you go and put. You know what I mean? You don't just go and buy a $3,000, like a $30,000 car and you haven't even tried it first. You know, you haven't ridden it. That's just always me. You know what I mean? If you do have the PC, I say go for it. Either way, just give it a try before you go and want to buy all the stuff for it. Because I had some guy the other, like 2 weeks ago say, hey, I was about to buy a capture card, this and this, will this be good for my first stream? I'm like, have you ever streamed? Have you ever tried it? And he's like, no. I'm like, hey, well, I'm like, what kind of like console do you have? He's like, oh, I have a PS4. I'm like, hey, why don't you try streaming off there, see how you like it? And you know what I mean? He came back to me yesterday, the other day, and he goes, oh, I did my first couple broadcasts, thanks for the advice, I'm glad I like it. Before I started doing anything, it's a very different experience than I was expecting, but I still like it. You know what I mean? It could have been bad where, like, for me, like, he spent like $2,000 worth of equipment, and then, oh, bam, he doesn't even like it. You know what I mean? I think if I could save someone from making bad choices on that money, you know, I always say just try to be yourself and don't do it for the wrong reason.
Right, yeah, exactly. And Living Ninja, right on, dude. Glad we could help. If it is, okay, and again, we're gonna be probably closing, shutting it down here really soon. So make sure if you have a question, oh man, I'm not in a good way. If you have a question for the streamers, we're talking again to Frisky86 and it's Jay, though. You can check out the, if we can get some mods to put the links in the chat. I'm learning a lot, so much, and getting a lot of answers to questions I've had as a noob. Right on. If you do have questions, definitely ask, and you know, we'll do our best to answer them in the time frame that we have if we get them beforehand. So, all right. So, is there anything you can think of that you would say to an established streamer?
Me?
Be like, yeah, like somebody like. As somebody
I like
that's
the word
growing,
established better than big. I like that.
Yeah.
Might steal that. I like that.
I'm full of shit that people like to steal. I'm just kidding.
But like I would.
I didn't get it.
I don't want to say. Don't want to say that the few people that are the heads of the community, but they are, and you know what I mean. They're the pillars, and like you know what I mean. I want to say like. The people who are established, like Goth, Roman, Triple, T-Rex, and the Triple Wreck, and then there's a lot of like, and then Melanie. There's a lot of partner streamers, but so my point is people like them, right? Who I think what I would say is keep doing what they're doing, and any new one who gets new, just I would say follow suit what they're doing. And when I say by that is, you know what I mean, they could just easily power struggle and like choke hold the directory, but they don't. Like they've rated guys, you know what I mean, they rated me, you know what I mean, and they share the love within the community. And like the best word I love from Broman and Goth, they both said it, is that I think our job as the head of the community, like as high as we are, is to try to find a streamer. If we're your streamer to watch, then fine, but if we can get you, say, to watch, like for instance, say we raid Frisky, and 100 viewers like, damn, I like how Frisky plays, this is my viewer, this is my new channel I like to watch. If they can do that, they would want to do that. You know what I mean? Like he's like, I think our job is that if we can find you and expose you to a new person that you may love, that's I feel that they said that they feel that that's their job, as to pass on to anybody. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And like you don't like Frisky said earlier, we don't own any viewers